असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय. Today we are going to discuss our first lesson, that is reading and analysis of maps. Today's our topic is reading and analysis of map. In our previous session, we have discussed that what are the earliest maps. We have discussed Sumerian maps, Babylonian maps, Mahabharata and Puranic maps. We also discussed about British map and Mughals period map. And finally, we have discussed that Greeks like Anaximander, Herodotus, Hecataeus of Miletus, their contribution towards to the maps. And also finally, we have discussed about Alexander the Great, who came to India or who started his expedition, who started his war to conquer the world. Yeah. Today, let's discuss about the Greeks, contribution of Greeks. Greeks and their contribution. Greeks and their contributions. First, Greeks have contributed a lot of things, a number of things to the world. First, in related to maps, they have contributed that first time these Greeks were, they tried to make maps accurate with the help of longitudes. Tried to make maps with the help of the longitudes. Very, very important. Longitudes. You know that longitudes, which are longitudes? You know that if it is an vertical lines, these vertical lines we are calling as longitudes. On the globe, the imaginary lines which drawn vertically on the globe, these are called as longitudes. How, sir? See, with the help of the longitude, they tried to find set of places where the midday occurred at the same time. Where the midday is occurring at the same time. Okay, I am writing here. Try to find set of places. Yeah. What kind of set of places they are going to observe? Set of places where the midday occur. Where the midday occurs at same time. Yeah. They are finding out that where the midday is occurring at the same time. Example, see, the midday is occurring here. The midday is on this line. So they are drawing one line. Yes, here this area complete for all the midday was same. Afternoon was same. So they are joining a line. Example, yeah. This is sun, okay, earth. Here they found that in this area, the midday was occurring same time. So that they drawn a line. And thereafter sun was here and the midday is occurring here. There they have drawn one more line. So that joining the places with the meridian, or they are joining the places completely. This is one place. So they are joining these places. Greeks are joining the places with the help of the lines longitude where the midday is occurring at same time. These lines are called as meridians. These lines are called as meridians. These also called as noon lines. After noon we call them noon lines. These are called as meridians or noon line. So this is the example of second. Then let's try. They also tried to find out, or they also tried to draw latitudes by connecting the places where or which had equal length of shadow. They tried to draw latitudes. Yeah. How the latitude they are measuring? Latitudes by connecting. Yeah. How they are connecting? Connecting places which had equal length of shadow. Equal length of shadow. Where the equal length of shadow, especially when at noon. Yeah. Greeks, they tried to draw latitudes by connecting places which had equal length of shadow. Example: this is duster. So if we can find out the shadow, here one shadow and here one shadow. Okay, right. Here shadow same and here the shadow length will be same. This place. So they are drawing one line. So they are drawing lines. Yeah, they are drawing lines. They are drawing completely. They are also drawn now before vertical lines. Now they are drawn horizontal lines. Horizontal lines related to the shadow. For example, the shadow will be there. Yes, shadow is here and shadow is here. Then after again the shadow is here and shadow is here. And again the shadow is here. So that they are drawing the line connecting with these places. They are joining a line, or they are drawing a line connecting these same places, because here equal length of shadow is there. The shadow is same here, then the shadow is same here, then the shadow length was same. So that they were made a set of longitudes and latitudes. Grids were made or drawn latitudes and longitudes. With the help of latitudes and longitudes, here grid was developed. Grid. G-R-I-D, grid. Sir, what is a grid? Grid means network of latitudes and longitude. Network of latitudes and longitude is called as grid. Grid means, you see, yeah. So this network was called as, okay, this network was called as between the space between the latitudes and longitudes, or latitudes longitude made a net type figure. So this is called as grid network. This is called grid. To finish this work, okay, it was took 2000 years. My God, it's not an easy task. It was not an easy task to complete the grid system, to draw the latitudes and longitudes. It took more than 2000 years. Sir, the lifespan of a person is 100 or below the 100. Then how 2000 years they took? Example: person A did that work. Okay, then after person B was continued, then person C, person D, like so many Greeks were continued that work with the help of their ancestors or before person's research. For example, A person did the work, then that was continued by the B. Like, so many person involved in the making of latitudes and longitude, especially grid system. Sir, why the grid system is, why we need grid system? Why we need grid? Why we need grid? What is the use of the grid? Grid. Why we need grid? Without grid, can't we reach location? Is it really useful? Grid. Yes. We need grid. We need grid. There are so many uses are there because of grid. See, with the grid we can locate. Easy to locate. Example, yeah, you are here. Yeah, somebody made a phone call, you don't know where you are. Then you just tell, I am in this longitude. They are showing that I am on this longitude. Yeah, I am on this longitude, or I am on this latitude. I am between the this longitude and this latitude. So my location is here. So with the grid, we can easily know that where we are. Easily we can locate the places. These are helpful for the sailors. These are helpful for the sailors and travelers. These are very helpful to the sailors, travelers who go distant places, huge, very long places, voyages. So that this grid system was very useful for the sailors, pilgrims or travelers. Next. Yeah, Ptolemy. Ptolemy was considered as second father of geography. Okay, second father of geography. So then who is the first father of geography? Father of geography. He was Hecataeus. Hecataeus. Hecataeus considered father of geography. Then Ptolemy was considered as second father after Hecataeus. Ptolemy was most important geographer. He was a important geographer. Yeah, Ptolemy was one of the important geographer of ancient world. Okay, sir, what is the contribution of Ptolemy? Because Ptolemy was made accurate maps those time. Accurate maps, information, books he was made. A number of books he wrote about the places. A number of maps he was made. But unluckily, the maps which are prepared by the Ptolemy was lost. The maps which was prepared by the Ptolemy, that was lost. Yeah, next. So many people were inspired, so many persons were influenced by the books of Ptolemy and maps of Ptolemy. They are also trying to make new maps. They are also trying to make new places on the world map, especially the Arabians. Arab. Let's see the Arab contributions. Arabs. One Arab map maker, his name is Al-Idrisi. Al-Idrisi belongs to Arabia. Arab map maker Al-Idrisi was influenced a lot from Ptolemy's books, Ptolemy maps. He also made map. When he was made map in 1154. In 1154 AD, Al-Idrisi from Arabia, he was made a map. What does his map shows? His map shows that Eurasia, fully Eurasia. Full Eurasia. Eurasia means what? Europe plus Asia. Europe plus Asia. His map shown complete Eurasia and North Africa, or we can say that Northern Africa. Northern Africa. Northern Africa. Yes. Ali-Idrisi was made a map, which was he was influenced a lot by Ptolemy. His map was showing that Eurasia, full Eurasia and North America was shown in his map, but lacks. But it didn't show. It didn't given information related to especially the southern and Southeast Asia. Southern Africa, Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia means especially Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, Philippines. These things they don't know. Ali-Idrisi was completely shown about the full Eurasia, Northern Africa. But his map didn't show about Southern Africa and Southeast Asia. His map was not shown. It was a lag. And one more important thing is he was shown that south towards the top. His map he told that south is top. South was shown top and north was in the bottom. Yeah. Arab map maker Al-Idrisi was shown Eurasia, full Eurasian continent fully, and Northern Africa complete. But his map didn't show about the Southern Africa and Southeast Asia. And also he was shown that south is on the top. Okay, north is on the bottom. His map was shown. Mostly, he shown that Arabia is in the center. Arabia is in the center. Yeah. Once you recall, Babylonians they believed that they are in the center. Sumerians they are believing that they are in the center. Greeks are believing that they are in the centers. Now Arabians are believing that they are in the center, and apart from that, they are moving to other places. Their oceans bodies were there. So what did you observe here? What we will get? We will get conclusion that everybody on the earth they are in the center. Everybody on the earth they are in the center. You once take a ball. A ball center, we cannot locate the ball. If you turn the ball, that will be a center. If you turn this side, that ball center will be changed. Okay? Next. Let's see religious maps. Especially Bible. Yeah. European map makers were influenced by the Bible. European map makers were influenced by the Bible. In the Bible, religious ideas. European map makers were influenced by the religious ideas. In this Bible, this Bible described that there are three continents. What are these three? Example, if this is a continent, this is Asia. Three continents. Number one is Asia. Then second one is Europe, and third one is Africa. Yeah. Bible map makers or religious map makers or European map makers were influenced by the Bible. They have divided this world into three continents. First one is Asia. Asia was the largest. Yes, Asia now also largest. Asia continent was largest, and moreover, Jerusalem. You know that Jerusalem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ. Jerusalem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ, is in the center. Yeah, this is Jerusalem place is center of the world, they believe, because here Jesus Christ was born. Moreover, Europe was shown that bottom of Asia. Asia show in the map that you saw. Yeah, this is Europe and this is Africa. They have shown that Europe, Africa, both are shown bottom of Asia. But it is wrong. Europe is there, that's it. So this is the wrong thing. This is Asia, this is Europe, this is Africa. But now changed. Asia is largest. Okay, but these things are the places were not correct. Okay. Yeah, Ptolemy's maps were lost after the rediscovery. Ptolemy's rediscovery. Yeah. Whatever the rediscovery of Ptolemy's maps. Yeah, rediscovery of Ptolemy's maps. You see, Ptolemy maps, we have discussed that Ptolemy's maps were lost, Ptolemy's books were lost. Some of the books were we found, rediscovered. So from that book, many members were eagerly waiting to learn. Many members were interested to learn how to make accurate maps. Okay, accurate description was given about the locations in the Ptolemy's books. So some of the Ptolemy's books were we founded or rediscovered after the rediscovery in the 15th century. In the 15th century, so many countries, persons were interested to make maps who were inspired by the Ptolemy. These all the people were inspired by the Ptolemy, and most of the countries were very enthusiastic, very interested to make maps based on the Ptolemy's some of the books. Example, the Italian school, the French school, the Dutch school, the British, the German, the British school, the German schools. So these many schools, or they are trying to, schools means an organization those who are very interested to make maps. So after this, whenever they are in this 15th century, in the 15th century, when the world was very busy to make accurate maps at the time, it was the discovery era or age of discovery of sea routes have begun. We will discuss discoveries. Discovery of sea routes. Discovery of sea route. You have to know that Europe, okay, right. Here India was in bigger size. Yeah, this is an accurate size. It is Madagascar. Right. In the 15th century, they are Turks. Turkey will be there in Turkey. Turkey king was blocked this route. So Turkey king was blocked this route. Hence, the Europeans, they are setting the sea route to India. This is India. This is Africa. This is North America. This is South America. This is Africa. So finally, Vasco da Gama, 1498. In 1498 AD, Vasco da Gama discovered to sea route to India. It is in which century? 15th century. Columbus, Italian sailor Columbus, he was started and he reached to America in 1492. He was not reached America, he was reached to near islands of America. Finally, that expedition was leads to discovery of sea route to America. So these things also happened in the 15th century. So what did we understand? Columbus expedition leads to discovery of sea route to America, and Vasco da Gama, 1498, he was discovered sea route to India. So these all are, okay, these all are, whenever they are discovering to the new places, these all are helpful to make the maps. And moreover, these sea routes, this discovery of the sea routes also believing that we all came to conclusion that Earth was not a flat or disc, not a flat disc, but it was a spherical shape. I repeat, sir, how you are proving, sir? How you are saying that it was not flat as a disc? Because one person, Ferdinand Magellan, his name is Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan was started his journey from this side. he was gone to this side, and finally he was reached the same place from this side. So how it will be possible? So from this example we got to know that it was not flat disc. It was like spherical shape, like a ball. Ferdinand Magellan went to west side. From east side he reached to the same destination. Not reached, but we got to know that finally Earth was like a ball. Let's discuss 16th century. Yeah, in the 16th century, all the countries are busy to establish their powers in the different countries. Example, British, they established their political power in our India. They came to India in 1608. 1608 they came. Like many countries, like Dutch also we are calling as Holland. Dutch also known as Holland. So Dutch was a very great country, though in 16th century it was a major trading country, business country. That time, what kind of the business will be there? Sea route. Many silk, clothes like spices. These business they're doing, and these company or Dutch East India Company or Dutch country, it's became known for the maritime supremacy. Maritime supremacy. Yeah, supremacy means great in the maritime. Maritime means sea route, sea trade. Okay, this country was very top. Next, father of Dutch cartography. Father of Dutch cartography. Father of Dutch cartography. So father of Dutch cartography. Cartography means what we discussed, what we have learned. Cartographer, those person who was making maps, these called as map maker or cartographer. Here, Gerardus Mercator. Yeah, Gerardus Mercator. Gerardus Mercator, his lifespan is 1512 to 1594. Okay. Yeah, Gerardus Mercator, he was introduced a projection. He was introduced a projection. He was introduced a new method to identify, to locate the places. Now, most of the world maps or whatever we are using our maps, that is with the help of the projection. Let's we will learn what is projection. Okay. Now let's see what is Mercator projection. We done that Mercator, Gerardus Mercator belongs to Dutch. He also known as father of Dutch cartography. He was trying to make maps accurate without distortion. Okay, let's see what is Mercator projection. You know that, as you know that Earth is like a ball. Earth is like a ball. This is a red color ball. When we draw on paper, example, this is an Earth. This is example, this is wall map. Okay, if the wall will be there like this on the globe, if we wanted to draw these countries on the map, see certain disturbances will happen. You see, certain disturbances will be happen. If we wanted to draw this all the locations on the paper, so we need a flat paper. We need a flat paper. It was a reused map. Okay, but we cannot show the curvature. There are so many curves will be there. Curve. So here, this side curve will be there, this side curve will be there, lot of curves will be there. We cannot show the curvature and we have to show it is as flat. Earth is now we are showing as what? Flat. It is a flat paper. Yes, it is a flat. Yes, this is wall map we are showing. Okay, I repeat. As you know that Earth is like spherical shape like ball. If all the places on the globe, if we show on the paper, does we can show with exact curvature also? We know. Cannot. We cannot show the curvature. We cannot show the curvature and we have to show as flat like a paper. Flat like paper. When we are making the objects, making the countries, continents of the globe, we are making on the flat surface or on the board or on the paper on the flat surface. This causes some distortion. Sir, what is distortion? Some changes will be happens. Distortion or shape of the continents also will be damaged. Shape of continents. Or the distance will be get distorted. Distance get distorted. Distorted. Or objects will be get placed in a wrong directions. Objects will place it in a wrong directions. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if we make continents or places on the globe, we are making on the flat surface, we are preparing on the flat surface, what will be happen? First one, distortion. This causes some distortion, either shape of quadrant and the distance will be get distorted. Distance, example, India is there, India below Sri Lanka is there. This Sri Lanka may go from this here, or Saudi Africa is here. Madagascar will be here, but it may be come here. It may be come here to the India whenever we are making on the paper. Lot of disturbances, damages will be happens on the spherical surfaces, on the spherical shape map or the places we are putting on the paper. we are making on a flat surface, there are a lot of distortion will be take place. But what the sailors want? Sailors, travelers, they want exact information. They need correct direction. They need correct directions. Yeah, because if they go with this map, you are showing Africa is here or Africa is here, Africa is here, you are showing in your map, it leads to confusion. It leads to wrong direction. Lot of problems will be takes place. Hence, Gerardus Mercator, he devised Mercator devised a method of showing the correct shapes. Mercator devised a method showing correct. Yeah. What is correct? Correct shapes and directions. Correct shapes and direction. And the directions of what? Of continents, but with some distortion. But with distortion of sizes and directions. Yeah, but not much difference. Very little difference will be there whenever we are preparing the continents on the globe on the paper. Lot of difference will become, but he was devised a method very minute, very less, very little, very meager, very less distortion and sizes he have shown. Now present entire world has been following this method of making of maps. This is today's our session, children. In this session we have discussed about the Greeks' contribution, Ptolemy's role, Alidris's map, and finally Mercator projection. I hope you understand. Thank you.